Okay, Chapter 10, Create a Community Image. Folks, what an excellent activity to have as a final project for your students. Once they've learned about their community, then what I do with my students is to have them create a community image. Now you can do that several different ways. First of all, depending on the time you have, and also the local resources. So in this chapter, I offered some ideas on how to create a poster, create a mural. I want to talk about a mural in just a minute, and create a brochure, or you can create a wrap using your community. The idea is for you to help your students take all this information that they've learned and synthesize it into something that they can look at and enjoy and helps them better understand their own community. I have a colleague that is actually in this chapter, Wayne Hickman. He's now a professor in Georgia, but when I knew him, he was a teacher, and he invited me to his class. And what I was doing at the time, I was writing about New Deal post office murals, and that's an interest of mine. And he wanted me to come to his class and explain what a mural was and the difference between social realism and regionalism, which I was prepared to do. And I used in the book, in the chapter, we used the old New Deal framework for helping our students create their mural. So I was on my way over to Burke County in Georgia, and I was trying to come up with something to excite these 8th graders and about their community. And I went over a rise, and off to my right, I saw a bus, and I saw a man with a blue uniform and a shotgun, and I saw 12 African Americans in white uniforms, if you will, doing road work. That was my hitch. That was my idea for that class. So I went to class and I was introduced, and the students were excited, I guess, for me to be there. And I was talking about the community image, and I asked them, what do you think your community is like? And they came up with these great ideas. And it turns out that where I was teaching, it was the bird dog capital of the world. So they were excited about that. And somebody was talking about these wonderful barns, and they did. They had gorgeous. It was an agricultural community. And one girl was excited about white puffy clouds. And we get into all of the positive aspects of community. And I said to them, well, I came into your community, and I've never been here. And the first thing I thought was all these people that were in jail, and there was a man with a gun. And I said, and that was my sense of your community. I said, I would have thought that this is a place where there are a lot of criminals. Well, they took exception to that one, and they said, no, that's not true. And we went on about this. The reality is, you want to have them create a community image that is positive. Doesn't mean you can't talk about some things, but basically it's positive. It is not going to create controversy. And there are in the chapter, you'll see guidance to help you do that. You'll also see some examples of Depression mural art, so you have a sense of what the projects were during the Great Depression, and it will make your students certainly appreciate their community, particularly if they got involved in painting that mural or making that brochure or creating that poster. Folks, have a good time with local history. I hope you profit from it. I certainly have, and I know that your students will. See you next time.